Welcome to my tiny studio visit. I'm Jessica Teckemeyer. I'm the sculpture professor at Oklahoma State University. I just want to begin with the first leap I made as an artist. And after I received my Bachelor of Fine Arts degree, I decided to move to Minneapolis, Minnesota, because I was attracted to the vibrant art scene that was there. And after moving there, I connected with undergraduate friends, Fazia Khan and Derek Gunderson, and we were able to rent space together. And I think paying rent really helped me to be serious about my pursuit as an artist. And it led to my application to the University of Minnesota to pursue my Master's of Fine Arts degree. And in my second and third years at the University of Minnesota, I started connecting with research and themes that are really still prevalent in the work that I'm making today. I'm interested in the complexity of human behavior driven by primal instinctual reactions and culturally learned responses. My work draws from various fields, including psychology, literature, film, and contemporary monster theory. These resources really help me to understand how we develop socially. From these resources, I extract iconography to inform contemporary issues. Luckily, I have been able to access my studio through the entire pandemic, and that has been really important for me to keep my research rolling. Currently, I'm working on several sculptures of fox, and this is a fox that is biting the left jugular vein of a wolf, and the wolf has its head thrown back in agony and pain. The Fighting Foxes are about the polarization of people's opinions over issues. There seems to be a deeper divide between conservative and liberal viewpoints over the past couple of years. So I'm illustrating the idea through these creatures' behavior. For me, the sculpture questions how far people will go to prove their values are superior, because fox will battle over territory until one gives up or the other is killed. An important part about choosing animal is also that they are devoid of race, body politics, and gender. So really these animals that I'm creating can be stand-ins for anybody. And the natural behavior of the animal is important to establish the conceptual framework. So for example, the fox that's biting the wolf in the neck, the fox is actually its prey, and it's rising up against its predator and taking that predator down. And we see those kind of behaviors, with kind of revolting behavior. My primary studio space is my office at OSU, and it is literally tiny. Organization is really key. And here you can get a sense of my process. In the beginning, I gather reference images to really understand the anatomy of the animal that I'm going to be sculpting. Most of my animals begin in clay, and these are a variety of clay tools that I utilize, from ribs and calipers to shapers and loop tools. These tools are really important for my mold making, and here I've got a rubber blanket mold of a fox head with an open jaw, and it's encased in a plaster mother mold. And you can see this casting came out of this mold, with the exception of those teeth, because after I create the hollow cast, then I grind away in the interior to fit the jaw very precisely to where it should be. So there needs to be a little more grinding to bring those forward. And here is the lower jaw and the tongue ready to go in. Here I'm working with an air die grinder on the We Will Rise sculpture, the fox that's overtaking its predator. And I'm working on the fit of the lower teeth and tongue in relation to the pulling back on the flesh of the neck to create a believable tension between the two figures. My sculptures take months to create. I am fortunate to have a metal shop to create my armatures in, as well as using a sandblaster here at the university. And this spindle sander is new to my practice, and it is excellent to start my sanding process. My sanding process also involves a lot of different files and a ton of hand sanding. Between 2009 and 2013, Derek Gunderson and I created several commissions for international artist Sia Armajani. Sia would have us over to his studio to discuss his ideas and show us his model. These studio visits always began with tea time. I remember one day over tea, Sia saying, "Go to your studio every day. What you do is important." And I still hear those words in his voice to this day. Having that kind of encouragement from an international artist has been really meaningful to me. As an artist, I have two main pieces of advice that I will provide you. The first is to surround yourself with a supportive community. To me, a supportive community means not only having encouragement from those individuals, but also individuals who can provide you critical feedback that helps you get to your artistic goals. Additionally, I think it's really important to work on multiple artworks at a time. For me, I make a lot of molds, and so there's often cure times or set times that are up to 24 hours. So by being able to jump into another sculpture to sculpt an ear or create an armature, whatever it might be, just helps to keep my productivity up. Additionally, I think by working on multiple works at a time, I'm able to think about what is creating cohesion and connection between my artworks, from the aesthetic all the way to the content. And then I'm also thinking about how do I create variety and interest for my audience. I want to thank the OSU Art Museum for hosting this virtual studio visit. I appreciate that you stuck with me to the end as I talked about my themes, concepts, process, and provided a little advice. Have a great day. Bye.